hello everyone, and welcome to another anime podcast. I think this is number 12, and we're going to talk about next month's seasonals. I think it is summer 2026, right? In the live chat, we have Sotos, Modru, Dark Shadow, No Limits, who has been distracting us for 20 minutes. I'm joking. It has been an interesting conversation. We got to watch a Friends clip, so that's a win. Odinoko is here. Blackblade is here. Uh, and everyone, just welcome. Let's get started. Here is the question. This is what I posted to my Discord. And then I'm just going to go through everyone's answers. And as usual, at the end, I will tell you what my answer. What I'll be reacting to next season. First of all, you can check anychart.net/summer 2026. And, okay, there's apparently something wrong with it now at this specific moment. There we go. So we have many shows and leftovers and movies. So yeah, it's gonna be tough to narrow it down, but I'm looking forward to your answers. So here's the question. What shows are you planning for next season? Is there anything you thought about watching but decided not to go with? Feel free to add more information, like which show do you think will be slept on, or which show won't be as good as people are expecting and why. Like maybe you don't trust the studio, I don't know. And then you can add whatever predictions like that. So the first answer was from for some reason I always forget you're not watching Yomi no Tsugai. It seems like a show you'd watch. It was from last season, right? The current season. I wasn't watching a lot of new shows recently. I don't remember why though. Time. Okay, the first answer is from Booty saying, I am watching for sure Sei Hantai na Kimi to Boku second season, which is called Polar Opposites. The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You third season. I'm also going to be watching that one. Super no Ura de Yani Su Futari. It's recommended by Panya, and it looks like the most awaited new show of the season. Oh, new show. Oh, what's the English name? And then there is Kore Kaite Shine, also recommended by Panya, and Ushiro no Shomen Kamui-san, an ecchi comedy about a sexorcist. I always need a silly one, and this sounds great. So, Panya, if you're wondering, is our local Japanese Discord member. Well, I'm sure there's more than one Japanese person, but Panya is very active. She plays Wife Wars. She posts photos if she goes out in Japan. She shows us a bit about what Japan looks like. So obviously a good person to get the token Japanese friend. um so yeah, she's always a good person to ask about things that Japan is excited for, because sometimes, the West doesn't get the same level of promotion for certain shows, so it kind of can go under our radar. So it's always nice to ask Panya what might be a hidden gem. And then Booty also said, since it's just one episode, I will likely also watch My Hero Academia, I Am a Hero 2, and the One Piece Heroines. Wait, One Piece Heroines will only be one episode? And then very likely, so those are the ones he's gonna watch for sure. But there's actually more. The ones he's likely to watch is Otome Kaiju Caramelize, A girl that turns into Godzilla when she experiences romance. How can I skip this? And then heroine, Seijo. All works made desu ko. It's a comedy fantasy isekai with maids. No real reason, I just thought it looked interesting. And then the one that he wants to see, like maybe this is something for me, maybe it isn't. Kimi ga shinu made koi wo shitai. Orphanage girls raised as weapons of war. It reminded me of Gunslinger Girl, a hard watch anime, but very interesting that I watched in 2005. That was missing something, like Gunslinger Girl was missing something. So he's interested to know to now watch something similar and see if it can do better. Need to check though, maybe they go too far with gore or body horror, and I'm not a fan of that. And then some other things he's interested in if he has time is Ibite Konai Gibo to Gishi, Reiwa no Darasan, and Tenmaku no Jadugar. Okay, I think we need to have a rule about English names and then Japanese names in these things, because I'm not going to remember any of these names. All three of these were recommended by Panya. The first one is most likely since it looks like a heartwarming comedy, and the other two are a bit more dark. Tenmaku no Jadugar sounds very interesting, historical, based on real history, and the art looks unique. If it airs on a day that I don't have much else to watch, I will add it. For Black Blade, I see it's a bit more straightforward. Tanya the Evil, Jobless Reincarnation, Bleach, Clevates, Old Country Bumpkin, Hell Mode, Skeleton Knight, Oblivious Saint, and Sparks of Tomorrow. How do you guys fit in so many shows? I really want Skeleton Knight to be as good as season 1, but I'm afraid that they used up all the humor type story bits and may go too serious. It will be impossible to have a better opening than season 1, which I would say is my favorite opening currently of all anime I've watched. Wow. Do you want to send me that, and then when we have time I can take a look at Skeleton Knight opening? That's a big compliment. Yeah, I always like get shocked. People, I think Tiago is the one that watches the most anime in the server. Literally like 20 new shows every season. I don't know how they keep track of the shows. And then I'm over here like, this is my job and I can manage about 5 per season, maybe. And I'm like, how? But to be fair, I am catching up on a lot of older shows and, you know, playing Pokemon for 9 hours on a Saturday. I have things. Oh, sorry, Black Blade. I meant like in the DMs, because I can't play any music in this videos. Otherwise, yeah, I'll have some copyright issues. There's a new anime I'm excited for called Chainsmoking Cat. It looks like dumb fun. I do not condone cats smoking, so I'm kidding. Okay, Nox's answer is, I'm not usually someone who keeps up with the latest anime or manga, but this summer season, 2 of my favorite classic franchises are receiving major new adaptations. As someone who grew up with both series, I'm hoping these projects can introduce a new generation of fans to some of anime's most influential works. Number 1, The Ghost in the Shell, which I've heard a lot about. I loved the original 1995 Ghost in the Shell film and many of the works that it inspired. Over time, I felt the franchise drifted further toward a colder and more serious tone. It's not necessarily a bad thing, especially since standalone Complex remains one of the most respected cyberpunk anime ever produced. But I have always had a soft spot for the lighter moments found in Masamune Shirao's Shirao? Original manga. Maybe it's Shiro. The upcoming 2026 adaptation appears to draw more inspiration from Shirao's art style and sense of humor, while still exploring the franchise's core themes of cybernetics, artificial intelligence, identity, and what it means to be human in an increasingly connected world. When you say connected, do you mean online? Because like connected to the internet, connected to, because one could argue that, our society is becoming more disconnected as it's becoming more, you know, online. That's how my brain conceptualizes it. But I think I get what you're saying. I think this is a more and more a very important topic. I mean, we've always watched movies. I mean, society, not me, we, but society has always watched movies like Matrix and the Terminator, and it's been like this sci-fi. And then I'm watching these things today. Not today, but like I watched The Matrix a couple of years ago for the first time. I watched Terminator a couple of years ago for the first time, and I'm like, shit, guys. You've been warned. We've been warned. Why is no one listening? So anyway, I think it's really cool. And we should definitely, I mean, at least consider, could this be something we should watch out for? Like, how much does it help? How much doesn't it help, Visually, I prefer, this is Knox's message still. I prefer the brighter color palette shown in the promotional material, while many fans favor the darker and more grounded aesthetic of the 2000 standalone complex era. I find the newer look more inviting and closer to the energy of the original manga. So I think it's like this. Ooh, the ghost in the shell. Ooh, Science Saru. What else have we watched recently that has this little guy? Because I remember him. Was it Dan the Dan? Ooh! That piques my interest. Then the other one that he mentioned was Cyborg 009, Nemesis. Another classic series receiving a revival is Cyborg 009, a franchise whose roots stretch all the way back to the 1960s. I have always loved how some legacy franchises can disappear for a decade or more and suddenly return with a completely new adaptation. Series like Lupin the Third and Golgo 13 fit into this category as well. What gives Cyborg 009 a unique advantage is its consistent core cast. The 9 characters each have distinct personalities, nationalities, and abilities, which allows the writers to continually explore new stories while keeping the familiar team dynamic intact. Okay, so here is a visual. A baby! That's funny. I know there has been some controversy surrounding 002's design, which is noticeably less exaggerated than in previous versions. I understand why some longtime fans feel that the change sacrifices a bit of the character's iconic look and nostalgia. Even so, I am excited to see where the story goes. With Now I want to know how they used to look, what was changed. One challenge the new adaptation will face is making the team's powers feel fresh and exciting for modern audiences. Abilities that felt revolutionary decades ago can seem relatively modest when compared to the increasingly spectacular power systems found in contemporary anime. It will be interesting to see how the series modernizes those concepts while staying true to the spirit of Ishinomori's original work. So Cyborg 009, Cyborg 009. Let me see an original visual. This looks very unique. Like, this looks like a unique cast. And then this looks a bit more, but it's not just one character, it's kind of, oh, his nose. For this style, yeah, that wouldn't work. Didn't Reed Destro, though, from One Piece, no, Reed Destro from My Hero Academia have like a similar, he's completely different. But they all kind of look, so his nose is also like toned down. There's the baby. Cute. Yeah, it's a very different look. Interesting. This looks so unique and gorgeous. And then this looks generic, but at least it's coming back. At least, like they said, it would reintroduce people to these iconic characters. And yeah, maybe it will take people back, like, to watch the original version and see. But this is such a nice style for me. I don't know. It's classic. The guy transplanted a shark fin for a nose. Good lord. Yeah. But it's unique. Like, they didn't, I understand wanting to tone it down, but like even the Reed Destro looks more like this guy than, wait, I'll show you. Reed Destro, My Hero Academia. Like, there's a way to make a character modern and still keep like key features. I don't know. That's Dr. Doofenshmirtz. It's gonna be interesting. I look forward to hearing Knox's opinion on the show. Here is Bob's answer. Wait, did I miss something? Oh, no, I didn't. Bleach. Bleach is the one that Bob is excited for. Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War, The Calamity. Also, Elusive Samurai, Season 2. Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You. I'm reading the manga and I already love this story. I heard about that one, that it's like an adult love story, finally. Then we have Kabushiki Gaisha, Magi Lumiere second season. He read the manga and he really loved it. Enjoyed the first season, but not as much as the manga. Then Mushoku. Then Saga of Tanya the Evil, season 2. And those are the ones I was planning to watch for some time. I have to see if there's anything else I would be interested in. Okay, Shoru. Shoru is also excited for Bleach and new Kyoto anime, same studio that made Silent Voice, K-On! And Free, called Sparks of Tomorrow. Let me take a look. There is a link here. I haven't heard about this one. It says the novel takes place in the summer of 1907, the 40th year of the Meiji era. 15-year-old Inako Momokawa lives in the Fushimi area of Kyoto and the second daughter of a sake brewer. Nothing she does ever comes out right, and she receives a scolding from her father every day. Her only relief is the trust she places in her prayers to the gods. One day, while at Fushimi Inari Shrine, I've been there! She meets a freewheeling young man named Kihachi. He rejects the gods and boasts of an incoming age of electricity. The topic of marriage suddenly comes up in Inako's household. Her father one-sidedly is making all the decisions for her, and Inako is about to give up hope. It's then that Kihachi draws out Inako's true feelings of wanting to run away from her family. The only way to stop her marriage is to find an unusual book called the Electricity Catalog. The book is a prediction book about electricity that Kihachi wrote when he was a child. But his older brother, Seiroku, took the book, and its current whereabouts are unknown. It sounds very intriguing. Very it's historical, steampunk, heterosexual relationship, so just be aware of that. And the female protagonist is called Inako Momokawa. I think maybe I saw a piece of the trailer now that, but I do like that it's inspired by like a real time period. And the ooh, look at the VAs. Daisuke Ono, I think he is Tamaki from Oran High School Host Club, and he also looks familiar. Tsuki, and many more. Inumaki! Elite VAs, as Cherry says. And they're supporting characters. Hey, wait, I know him too! Megumi! And Sanraku. And Kyo. Oh my gosh, yeah. What did you say, Cherry? Elite VAs. And the girl is... I think I need to watch this. Oh my goodness. Aqua and Chizuru are the same VA? And she's Toka from Tokyo Ghoul. Oh my gosh. Okay, need to take a note of this one. For sure. Shoru says, I didn't watch Tanya movie, so I can't watch season 2 yet. Same with Grand Blue season 3. So at least I did watch Grand Blue season 2, even though I posted my reactions on Fansly. Excuse me, I was doing all my itchy reactions over on Fansly, but I could probably repost them on Patreon and just continue with season 3. I'm excited for season 3. Then Modru. I will be watching the new season of Tanya the Evil, Clevate season 2, Bleach, 1000 Year Blood War, The Calamity. The Frontier Lord begins with 0 subjects. From Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman season 2. Yoroi Shinden Samurai Troopers course 2. The Inspired Prince's Future Garb. No, wait. The Insipid Prince's Furtive Grab for the Throne. Skeleton Knight in Another World season 2. Hell Mode. The Hardcore Gamer Dominates in Another World with Garbage Balancing season 2. Kaiju Girl Caramelize. The Exiled Heavy Knight Knows How to Game the System. The Villager of Level 999. Elusive Samurai season 2. And One Piece Heroine. So that's 14. I think that's the current most. But followed immediately by Tiago. And I'm seeing quite a few. So Tiago says, I pretty much just read the summary and make a snap decision if I'll pick it up or not. Sometimes out of interest, sometimes if I need something to fill up the numbers. He likes watching many things. So I don't have much to say beyond that. I'll probably pick up more if I feel like it. I did start Nippon Sangoku in just the last 3 weeks of the spring season, so who knows? So boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Do I have to read all these names? Saga of Tanya the Evil, Bleach 1000 Year, Smoking Behind You in the Supermarket, Otomege Sekai wa Mob ni Kibishii Sekai desu 2, Grand Blue Season 3, You and I Are Polar Opposites 2, Skeleton Knight in Another World 2, Clevate Season 2, The Ghost in the Shell, From Old Country Bumpkin, Nigejozu wa... Sorry. Nigejozu no Wakagimi, Tenmaku no Jadugar. Ooh, that one has a pretty picture. I think I've seen a little part of the trailer also. I'm not an inept villainess. Rich girl caretaker. World is dancing. Ooh. Ooh, pretty visual. 透明な夜にかける君透明にOtome Kaiju Caramelized. That one looks really cute too. Oh my gosh. Neko Toryu. 最強出がらし王子の暗躍手争い。領民ゼロ人スタートの辺境領主様。ブチ切れ令状は報復を近まるな。空は赤い川のほとり。Heroine, saint, no, I'm an all works maid. Victoria of many faces, Ogre's bride, and Rewa no Dara-san. Soto said, Bridge season 2 sounds fun. Hi, Tiago. Welcome. Just when I started reading your message. Hi, O'Valley. Wow, you are definitely in the lead with I'm going to start the most seasonals, as usual. It would have been a shorter list to say what Tiago won't watch. That's true. He says, at the least, I know I'll be most interested in Grand Blue, Clevates, Bleach, and Elusive Samurai. On the movie list, Madoka Magica the movie, Walpurgisnacht Rising. So I watched 3 movies for Madoka Magica. So I hope I can make time for that also. There's a Jujutsu Kaisen season 4 trailer that came out. Good one, Odinoko. Oh, I heard about the Chainsaw Man. I need to watch these trailers. I always used to say, I don't want to watch trailers if I know I'm going to watch it anyway. But man, if there's something I'm hype about, then I just want to like get a peek. It's Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen. But I'm gonna try and not look. There's even a mobile game. Oh Lord, I cannot play more games. Shoulder posted Fall in Love, You False Angels TV anime teaser reveal, but that's for 2027. Oh. Odinoko says, I have a bunch of anime from the last 30 years to watch. Eva, Frieren, Madoka, Fruits Basket, Apothecary, Diaries, catching up with One Piece, Witch Academia, Witch Hat, Bleach, FMAB, Cowboy Bebop, Dragon Ball Daima, amongst others. But I'm more likely to skip them all and watch Super no Ura de Yani Su Futari because I saw a panel of it on my Facebook feed and found it hilarious. And yes, because I have a type. Hello, you can't say you saw a panel and it was hilarious and not tell me, at least give me the option to look at the panel. I want the panel. I want to see. What's your type? Davy D. Guts says, Chainsaw Man had a trailer as well because Mappa had a live stream and they just showed constant stuff and they had 7 trailers for multiple anime. Shoto says you can watch Chainsaw Man trailer, but Jujutsu Kaisen is spoilery. Tiago is cheating. He has the power to stop time. It's when you're so good at your job, you can do a 4-hour job in one and then watch anime for the next 3. Sotos doesn't even go to work right now and he doesn't watch anime. So he's in his K-drama era. But we're going to get to that answer, I think. Okay. Then Martins. Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War. My second favorite anime. I can't believe it's finally the end. Ghost in the Shell. I've never watched the older version of the series. I'm interested in the art style and character design. Curious about how it will turn out. Then The Elusive Samurai. I enjoyed the first season. I'm excited to see what's next. Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You. I'm not a fan of romance, especially if it's school related, but I'm willing to give adult romance a chance. I hear great things about the series. I also feel like I should take a look at an adult romance because these child romances are not it for me anymore. I passed the mark where they're cute. And now like they're cute until there's like a slither, a split drop of drama. Even though it's totally normal. Definitely this is the stuff kids get up to. This is what they make drama about. I'm just like Aren't Rent a Girlfriend an adult romance? We don't talk about that. And then Tenmaku no Jadugar, probably the second show I'm most excited to watch. Don't know nothing about it, but I'm captivated by the art style and the themes. What are the themes? And then if I find time and if I see good reviews, I might watch Thunder 3 and Sparks of Tomorrow. I want to see Tenmaku no Jadugar. Wait, did I look it up? Oh, the themes. Wait, Tenmaku no Ja. There we go. A witch in Mongolia. Just call it the English. One person so I know. There's an English. A witch in Mongolia. After losing her mother and being torn from her homeland, a young girl named Sitara is taken in by Fatima, a kind hearted lady from a family of scholars. If you study and become wise, no matter what trouble befalls you, you'll know the best way forward. Deeply moved by the words of Fatima's son, Muhammad, Sitara comes to understand the possibilities and importance of knowledge and begins to deepen her education. She dreams that one day she might catch up with Muhammad, who has set off on a journey in pursuit of wisdom. So the themes are, just be careful. I'm going to read the tags. Royal affairs, historical, politics, kingdom management, indigenous cultures, biographical, foreign, josei. The target demographic is adult females. There's slavery, religion, war, desert, orphan, travel, class struggle, and philosophy, and 2 spoiler tags, but I won't click those. Panya gives the names in Japanese, and my AniList is in Japanese by default. I just said someone, not you, but a witch in Mongolia is easy to remember for me. Jadugar no Tengan. In general, I will try and learn, the Japanese or the shortened names, but to be introduced to it and to like try and remember which ones, it's just a little bit easier if I know the translations here and there. I love how one of those things was desert. Like, it was a big deal among those things. Well, sometimes you want to watch something like, are there any shows like Dune? Let's click the desert tag. And then you're like... Okay, Espada says, Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War, Part 4. It will win Anime of the Year. Smug face, smug face, smug face, smug face, smug face. Just from watching the covers alone, I don't think there's anything else worth watching. And yes, before you ask, I am judging a book by its cover. He is talking like every freaking cover has a man with pink hair on it. Sorry, that's an inside joke. If I had to judge by the covers, which generally in the past I have been known to take interest if the cover looks nice, or because the style of a show is quite important to me. It's not a make or break, but when you have a 40 anime, you have to limit it, you have to narrow it down somehow. So yeah, it's normal to judge a little bit by the cover, but Am I on the right one? I only judge a book by its cover when it's in the romance section. Hi, Knox. I sadly already read your answer. I compared the designs, and I have to say, the style looked so nice, and it looks completely different now. Do you think you mentioned 002's design, but I think it's literally like the whole cast almost. I look forward to your thoughts, please, when you watch it, if it's holds up. Okay, this one is from Mittens. Hi. This is for the Question of the Week Summer 2026 seasonal anime. So right off the bat, I'm definitely looking forward to the new episodes from Bleach. Not sure what all they'll get around to, but as a manga reader, there's quite a few moments I'm very excited to see animated. The two other shows airing this season that caught my eye were Black Torch and Super no Ura de Yani Su Futari, Smoke Behind the Supermarket with You. I saw the trailer for Black Torch and I instantly thought of Black Butler and Fire Force. I'm not sure if it will be a sleeper or just hype for now. I'm invested. I don't know if I read that correctly. Not sure if it'll be a sleeper or just hype, but for now, I'm invested. Then, Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You was something I discovered via YouTube by accident. There was a short clip of the main guy standing up for the girl who was being harassed by an unruly customer. The animation looked pretty good, and after watching a few clips of it, apparently there's a few episodes that got an early release on Crunchyroll or something. I'm even more intrigued. Not sure how well it will turn out, but I'm always open to new things, especially rom-coms. Also, the next season of Grand Blue is starting soon. I became a fan after watching your reactions to season 1 and 1 and 2. So I'm super hyped to see how things progress with the gang. It was so long between season 1 and season 2, but now season 3 is right around the corner again. I'm really surprised. And movie-wise, Majo no Tani no Yoru looks interesting, especially since it's apparently a Ghibli film created by Studio Ghibli for Ghibli Park. And yes, I love saying Ghibli. I always used to say Ghibli, I think, but now I don't. Ghibli. And the Chikawa Ningyo no Shima no Himitsu. I was made aware of this little guy via Jaden Animations, and ever since I've been quite interested to see what all the hype is about. She's obsessed with it. As always, thanks for taking the time to do this. I'm looking forward to hearing everyone else's response. Until next time. Mittens. Mittens! You know what I thought? In my mind, it was Minty. And now I'm like, oh, Mittens! That's someone else entirely. Oh, damn. Now it makes more sense what you said about Grand Blue. I was like, Minty watched my Grand Blue reactions? I'm stupid. Thank you, Mittens, for your answer. I'm also excited for, Bleach and Grand Blue. The Smoking Behind the Supermarket one seems so cute. Lucky Mittens. As far as I know, I will have no way of watching the Chikawa movie. Doji says, Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You. Hi, Wally. Long time no see in a live stream. Doji says, Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You. I know it's an adult romance and people keep talking about it, so I'm very interested. Elusive Samurai Season 2, the most creative art style and animation I saw last year, so I will watch it. 3, Ghost in the Shell. The main character is just hot as fuck, so I watch it for her. Bleach, I want to see how much Kubo changed stuff for the ending. and Mushoku. I stopped after season 1, but there's still potential for the show. Thank you, Walid, for the sub. How have you been? Man, you know what I kind of regret about these podcasty videos? Like, I'm really excited to be able to post them on YouTube and I don't have to worry about editing that I don't have time to do. But I really wish I could watch some trailers in between, you know, to pique my interest. Let me just, before I get to Dark Shadow's message, I'll just quickly give you an overview of what I'm definitely going to have time for. There's always stuff that I want to add, but what's guaranteed at the moment, I have a rough draft of my July schedule here. And there is Saga of Tanya the Evil, Grand Blue Season 3, 100 Kanojo Season 3. I'll be starting Hajime no Ippo, by the way. I'm continuing Slime Season 4. And Bleach. It's not enough. There's gonna be, I'm obviously also going to finish Dragon Ball Super. And my Ko-fi members still need to recommend something after Mushishi. So let me just check something. Other than that, this one looks really, this one sounds really nice, but maybe it's more in my own time kind of, I don't know, romance doesn't make the best reactions in my opinion. No, they do. I'm thinking of Fruits Basket was super reactions, but we all felt the same way. I find it difficult, like, recently I've tried a couple of romances and every time there's just, I don't know. Like I said, maybe I just got old fast. Walid, being alive on Discord is not the same as being alive in live streams. I really like, so far, the ones based on your thoughts, the ones that I'm most intrigued in is like I said, the supermarket one, but also Ghost in the Shell. It'd be really nice to watch this trailer if I can. But when it comes to like shows getting a reboot, I 9 out of 10 times prefer watching the original first, like Kenshin. Like I did it for Trigun. The original first and then the new stuff, cuz you need that base. I don't know. What do you guys think? What is Chain Smoking Cat? I really hope Ghost can hold the dark aspect from the original. But Nox was talking about that. Like the manga was a bit less dark. Or did I understand that badly? Okay, here we go. Mr. Drakenschnado. For sure, I will be watching these. Bleach, Tanya, Mushoku, Tetsunabe no Jan. Something about this one grabbed me and it looks like it will be fun. So although I know basically nothing about it, I'm definitely watching. Tetsunabe no Jan. Let me check. A cocky, arrogant teenager wants to fulfill his grandfather's wish of defeating his arch nemesis, Mutsuju Gobancho. When he arrives at the Gobancho restaurant. He meets his granddaughter, Kiriko Gobancho. Their rivalry is easily compared to Jan and Kiriko's grandfathers, for Jan believes his cooking is about competition, and Kiriko believes cooking is about heart. You know what I've noticed, Dark Shadow? A lot of your happy days is centered around like making food with your family and eating good food. You sound like you enjoy. Like, have you ever taken like a cooking course, or I don't know, sometimes you should, if something makes you really happy, you should include it more into your life. So watching this anime sounds like a really good idea. Hanku's mother dated a guy where him and his family really loved making food together, and it was a way for the family to like connect. And it was the first time that I ate tacos. These people made like really pulled pork and a consomme that was simmering all day, and like it was the first time I had it, and since then I've been obsessed with tacos because they made it so good. And anyway, that's just a random story. But my point is, yeah, food is a huge part of our lives every day. You have to eat every day, right? And you might as well, you can get takeout as many times as you want, and you can, but every now and then you got to slow it down and make food and connect. Like I think cooking is a really good thing to learn to enjoy in your life. I hope that I can eventually spend a little bit more time cooking with my kids or whatever in the future. But yeah, I always noticed that that's something that seems to make you happy often. So I'm happy that you're the first person I think that mentioned Tetsunabe no Jan. So I hope you really enjoy it. Then you went through a large amount of seasonals and oopsies. And do I usually read them like this or like this? I forget. I like that the chat though is more visible here, because then you guys can add your thoughts and I don't have to read them out loud, but people can still read them if I miss something, I've not done a cooking course, but I do like cooking and I watch a lot of food content. As kids, my brother, cousins, and I would all go to my grandparents after school on Fridays and help my grandmother make tarts or buns. Yeah, like it was something that you were taught as a kid to make time for now and then. It was like a bonding thing. I don't think I've ever made food with like my mom, or it's just not something that was incorporated into our family, and I think that it's a really great way to bond. And because it's something you do every day, like you should make time to enjoy it, appreciate it. I went through a large amount of seasonals and narrowed down my potential list to the following: Smoking Behind the Supermarket, Sparks of Tomorrow, Black Torch, Jadugar, A Witch in Mongolia, Ghost in the Shell, Iwamoto Senpai no Suisen. Why was that so difficult to read? And then Mebius Dust. The first four are the ones I'm most likely to pick up, though Ghost in the Shell is only excluded from that because I've had the originals on my planning list for a while. I'm not sure if I would rather watch those first. Although there are many anime in a similar vein, I was thinking about watching The Exiled Heavy Knight Knows How to Game the System. However, the art style / visuals from the trailer were really off-putting, so I decided to give that one a miss. Fair enough. Can I quickly take a short break to call Hanku and ask him for something? Where the hell?
Hello,
What you doing?
I'm uploading your video.
Oh, the short.
Yeah,
Let me know when it's done, but can you make me an iced latte?
okay.
And do we have any of those throat candy? I think
Probably in the bedroom.
I think we might have one upstairs in the drawer, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Goodbye.
Throat candy. Like when your throat, when you... Oh, and rolls? Okay, I didn't pause the video, but let me pause it now because rolls are pretty pointless. Okay. So Doji also posted something about Higurashi when they cry. What is the date for this? And Shuru was asking, is it a remake or another route? And then replied, never mind, it's another route. And then Gabrielle says, this summer, I'm definitely going to watch Tanya the Evil, Mushoku, Bleach, Otomege Sekai wa Mob, Skeleton Knight, Clevates, Katai Naka no Osan, 100 Girlfriends, and Hell Mode. When the series starts airing, I will probably add a few more. I'm guessing around 5 more. Damn. So you're going to kind of wait and see what is getting good reviews and stuff. Waleed says, I will surely watch Cyborg 009. Ooh. How do you feel about the art style change? Like, I've never watched it, but I looked at the old style and the new style, and I feel like it would, as if I was a fan, it would be very difficult for me to adjust to. And then 100 Kanojo, 3rd season, and then Bleach. So this is also kind of a nice way, I think, for the community to find out who is also watching what. So like if you're watching something that's a little bit like less popular, then there's usually like 5 or 6 anime that everyone's watching, but then there's others. And now this way you can write down, okay, Waleed, I can talk to Waleed, I can talk to Soto says, I'm not sure about seasonals, but I've been a fake weeb for a while, so I will probably try to get caught up on the big ones that I missed, like Apothecary, Dr. Stone, and anything else I probably didn't even notice it got a new season. Plus, Modro, I think, showed me some Snake Girl anime, so I will definitely watch those. And just for you, if I can suggest some great K-drama, it would be Love Next Door, Alchemy of Souls, Perfect Crown, and The Bon Appetit, Your Majesty. All of them are fun enough and have romance in to probably make you join me in Korea. The Bon Appetit, Your Majesty one seemed the like something that I'd actually be interested in, but I don't watch things that I need to read subs for outside of anime, because if I'm watching series in real life, I don't really want to pay attention. I want to kind of like play a game and watch and laugh at like some light jokes. So if I have to read the jokes, it's going to be bigger time investment for me. So I don't know. Sotos has the taste of a 40-year-old divorcee. Maybe one day a K-drama will win the poll. So I got a comment recently. Since you're talking about it, I got a comment recently where I was watching Dragon Ball Super and Pilaf and Mai and the dog character were like really invested in future Trunks drama or something was happening. So I made a joke. I was like, these characters are watching his life like they're watching some kind of K-drama. That's all I said. And a Japanese viewer, and it's just one person, but I was a little bit... I have noticed this kind of trend because of Solo Leveling, I think. He told me that he's like offended and I shouldn't compare the show to Korea because Korea takes everything from Japan or something. And I was like, I made a joke. I didn't compare anything. And I felt like I wanted to shut down that kind of comment fast because I feel like it's like 1 in 100 people that have that kind of thinking, but then those are the kind of people that make people make assumptions about people. Does that make sense? And I did hear like some, I understand the frustration when an anime represents things badly. Like, we were making jokes about Borat. I've never watched Borat, but then the country of Kazakhstan or something was like offended about how they were being portrayed. And even if it's a joke, like I can kind of get, you don't like your country being portrayed a certain way. So I understand feelings, but you can't make it so negative that even like a passing joke that I made, I didn't compare Dragon Ball to K-drama. I just said these characters are watching his life as if it's a K-drama, because that's a risky topic. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that, I don't know. Number one, yes, it's a risky topic, and I can understand people not liking when an anime compares something to something else. Like, I remember Solo Leveling had Japanese characters in it, even though it's like, so I can understand tension and the topic coming up when it's relevant. But what I was trying to say is, you can't bring those kind of problems to a passing joke that I made, because now you're just like making your side look bad. Because it's like if you're watching a show that's making fun of different countries, and you're laughing until they mention your country, and then you're like, oh no, that's not, that's offensive. Or like, you have to also kind of pick your battles. I don't know. There's a time and a place for these things, and I felt like it was necessary to tell them, I don't know, don't make something a problem in that moment. If like that wasn't even the discussion, nothing was. And you know what? It really kind of is sad to me a little bit, or not sad, but like, I love anime. I love Japan. I want to go back there, even though it's like I've been there and I can't travel a lot in my life, maybe. But if I were to travel again, I would go back to Japan because there's more stuff I want to see. So, like, I don't want to, I guess, feel like I don't want to offend Japanese people, but I also can't walk on eggshells because, but yeah, I guess it's not like all Japanese people are like that. So, it's just sometimes scary. You don't know what you can say or can't say. But yeah, it was the most random throwaway joke. I really never thought it would offend him. Japanese have manga and Koreans have manhwa. Saying they took everything is like, I don't know if they were referring to that though. I don't know. I wish I knew. I don't know the history, but I mean, what country doesn't have history with other countries, I guess. Here's the bottom line so that we can continue. There is a time and a place to have serious conversations. 100%. History is important, and it's not just easy to move on from difficult things. But let's not make ourselves look bad. Like, if someone is making, like, keep it for important times. Do you understand? Oh, I don't know. I thought I could like wind it. Replying seriously to him would be a waste of time. I would do what you did and ignore him. I didn't ignore him. I told him I didn't compare the anime to K-drama. It was just a passing joke. I don't think that he should. It seems unhealthy to be offended about something that it has nothing to do with really what we were talking about in Dragon Ball Super. So, I don't know. Tell him Pilaf has better drama taste than him. Okay, anyway. Sorry for the little digression. I just, really love being able to interact with people from all over the world. And it's tough when, like, I offend people all the time. Don't get me wrong. They're usually like people in the West, though. They're offended about everything. And I make fun of them anyway, so. But I guess it's kind of, it feels more personal when it's a Japanese person because, like, I'm reacting to anime and stuff. It's like I want to say thank you to them. I don't want to insult them, but I also can't walk on eggshells. Like I don't think that was something so serious, I guess. Okay. Cherry says, smoking behind the supermarket, adult cost, comedy, iyashike are tags that I currently lean towards. Polar opposites. Although I love Ramparts of Ice, which has the same author more, I love the first season of Polar Opposites and I'm excited to see the characters again. 100 Girlfriends, this one I am most excited for. The comedy has always been like fantastic. So yeah, more girlfriends, more fun. Although I'm a little bit nervous, like I'm always nervous when it comes to a big cast because okay, 9 characters that I love, there's more than enough time for everyone. But 10 characters, 15, like what about the characters that I love? I'm not gonna be able to spend as much time with them. So I'm a little bit nervous, but I think season 3, we're still gonna have a small enough cast to get time for everyone. Then Grand Blue season 3, the first 2 seasons were hilarious. I'm second most excited for this. Sparks of Tomorrow because KyoAni and I love the setting, 1907 Kyoto. And Edit because of the VAs. Then Bleach because I mean it's Bleach. Movie ONA, The Ribbon Hero. The art looks stunning and I saw some magical girl transformation. World is Dancing. Same reason as above. It has amazing art and I love anything that's about acting and dancing. My Hero Academia and One Piece heroines, of course. Then Might Watch, Ghost in the Shell. I wanted to watch the original for quite a while. Maybe a good time to get into the series. And then Kamui-san directly behind you. It caught my attention. I saw Gin's VA and the female MC looks hot. I like shows with psychic abilities, but it seems very itchy, so I have to see if I can handle it. And then leftover from last season, Demons of the Shadow Realm / Yomi no Tsugai. My favorite newcomer. As much as I love Witch Hat, this one keeps me so entertained, especially with all the mystery and comedy elements. I might try and continue Tanya, but I've been stuck on episode 5 of season 1 for 6 years. Really? Huh. And then here are some pictures. Cover art from Ribbon Hero. Looks very pretty. Very pretty. Wow. Kamui-san directly behind you is the Sexorcist anime. I'm not going to be the only one watching it. Wait, now Cherry's gonna try a Sexorcist anime? Kamui-san Ushiro no Shomen. Cherry, I can tell you now, you're not going to be able to handle it. Look at this. Look at the cover. Look at the cover. Look at it. Look at it. Sorry, that was a stupid joke. Shizuka is a normal high school girl with the ability to see ghosts. Due to her peculiar tendency to attract ghosts, she works as an assistant to Kamui, a famous psychic. Kamui takes pride in his top-notch psychic abilities, but the way he exorcises ghosts is rather unusual. Yeah. I don't know, Jerry. This one's gonna... We'll see. I'm looking forward to your thoughts. I feel like the more we make fun of you, the more you're going to... How to say... That show will give ectoplasm a whole new definition. I watched the trailer earlier and it definitely does not look like a Cherry show. Okay, now I have to take a peek. Okay, let me just... Oh, well, it has Gin's VA. I guess your brain might be accustomed to that VA and uncomfortable moments. I don't know. I'm just gonna take like a peek. I'm not gonna really play. Wait, where's the... Oh, there it is. They changed things again. Now the freaking audio button is up here. YouTuber. They keep Where's the Maybe it's because I'm not on the actual website. And he's laughing maniacally. Yeah, Cherry, I think you might be accustomed to this, actually. I take back my opinion. Yeah, you might. I wouldn't. Yep. Have fun, Cherry. I don't, even me. And I think Cherry can't handle it, right, guys? Please take a peek at this one if you can. I feel like you'd like the art. Is this a movie? Oh yes, a movie, 1 hour, 49 minutes. Princess Sapphire of the Lost Kingdom, stripped of everything in her homeland by the calamity known as Nergal. She arrived at Goldland at the very depths of despair. While carrying the weight of her past, she began to find a glimmer of hope through the kindness of people. Yet as if mocking her peaceful daily life, the calamity appears once more. The same despair that reduced her homeland to ashes is now threatening to steal the light from this land as well. No more loss for me, no more loss for anyone. Wiping away her fears of sorrow, the young girl takes up her sword. This is the story of a hero who ties her ribbon and resolves to defy fate. The tie ribbon part reminds me of when Zoro, like, wraps his bandana around his head. Disney? Okay. The art does look... Ooh, it looks kind of like Trigger art. Oh. I would definitely want to watch this. Like, I don't even need to see more than that. 100%. Looks amazing. I'm sold.
Your video's up.
Thank you. It's cute. The Chibi Zoro, maybe. This anime is inspired by Osamu Tezuka's manga Princess Knight. Oh, taking place in a medieval fairy tale setting, Princess Knight is the story of a young Princess Sapphire who must pretend to be a male prince so she can inherit the throne, since women are not eligible to do so. This deception begins as soon as she's born, as her father, the king, announces his baby is a boy instead of a girl. The reason for this is that the next in line to the throne, Duke Juralumon, is an evil man who would repress the people if he were to become king. And because of this, the king will go to any length to prevent him from taking over. That doesn't sound similar at all. Unless maybe this Nergal is like a different interpretation of this evil king, Duke Duralumon, I mean. Big Kill la Kill vibes. Yeah. Trigger is the Kill la Kill studio, right? But yeah, that I love Kill la Kill, so Trigger studio is Trigger, yes. Oh, they did Panty and Stocking also. Whereas the ribbon one, the studio is Outline. The Ribbon Hero. They also did Plantopia, which is like a music video, I guess, from 2022. So not much else to compare to, but the producer's twin engine are linked with, oh, that Mononoke and Witch Hat. Interesting. Vinland Saga. That is producers, by the way. Bye, Cherry. See you next time. Maybe he had a big zombie dude and yelled, "He's alive! He's alive!" Okay, it is a good time to, well, I'm gonna wrap up today's topic because I also want to start Hunter x Hunter tonight. If anyone is not sticking around or going to bed, like Cherry, thank you for joining. Thank you for giving your answers. To recap what I'll be watching, for sure, Tanya, Bleach, Grand Blue, and 100 Kanojo. What I would like to watch, though, you guys might be interested in the supermarket one, but I don't think that's possibly reaction worthy. What I like for reactions is, you know, something that is I can talk about, you know, and I feel like an adult romance is just gonna be something that I sit like and enjoy. So there might not be lots of discussion. I don't know. But that you guys definitely made me more intrigued in that one. And then honestly, okay, Sparks of Tomorrow, you also made me intrigued in that one. Ghost in the Shell, but I would like to do the original first. And nothing else stands out to me in particular. This one looks nice. Very different. The Witch of Mongolia one. But I would like to, you know, hear what other people have to say. This one looks hilarious. The girl that turns into Godzilla if she is confronted with like love. Sounds really funny. The Sexorcist one does not. I love Itchy, and that one, I just know it will make me uncomfortable. The food one, I liked Food Wars. Talking about Itchy. But I'll wait for Dark Shadow to tell me more about that. But then movie-wise, I would love to watch the Madoka movie because I like the first three a lot. I never watched the anime, but I think Tiago and maybe Vert sponsored the movies. And then the Ribbon Hero seems lovely. Like it looks like one of those things that's just gonna be gorgeous to look at, you know? Panya told me Kore Kaite Shine is the one she is the most interested. English? Is that Sexorcist? Chainsmoker Cat seems like it's going to be so funny. It's about the cat girls doing drugs and smoking. Where is that? Are you sure that's an anime? You guys are gonna have to remind me when My Hero Academia only comes out in August. This one comes out in 2 weeks though. Oh, the Heroines one. Chain smoking. Do you have a link? Draw this, then die. Kore kaite shine. It's set in Izu-Oshima, an island 120 kilometers south of Tokyo. The story centers around Ai Yasumi, a high school girl who loves to read manga and learns about the joy and pain of drawing her own manga. Aww. Oh, cute. So she actually like draws and tries to, it's not just like she tries to sell it and everything. Wow, looks like it can be really relatable to artists, you know? Whoa. The voice actress for the main character is... She's also in the Witchy Mongolia one. Oh, Luna from Dr. Stone. And Elfaria from Wistoria. And Anak Jahad. Oh. Then there's also... Sachi looks cute. The character designs from the manga are so cute. They're so colorful. Look. This one. This one. I like her. Koroko. Hikaru. This is Chainsmokers. Oh, Yani Neko. Yani is a cat girl with a seriously bad smoking habit. She smokes so much that her apartment smells like ash and is littered with cigarette butts. Plenty of other trash. Every time she tries to quit, she becomes weak to the cravings and gives in almost instantly. Will she ever get her life together, or is she doomed to live as a chain-smoking slob forever? Drugs. It has a 79% drug score. So the landlord is a very clean guy, and then... Nanda! This looks like it could be hilarious. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, actual freaking drugs! She injects herself! Oh my goodness, I don't think I can watch this. Injections freak me out if I just see it. Yeah, no. It looks hilarious, but I don't think I could handle it. This has my attention. It looks so unique. My idea of Japanese people is that everyone is like, they might drink a little bit much on the weekends because of how hard their work is, but like in my mind, Japan has no drugs. No drugs. Yeah. Yuko Natsuyoshi is the main character. She has not done many characters that I know, but she has done quite a few. And then I don't see anyone that I recognize. But I'm not gonna lie, it looks great. I could read something like this, but I don't know. Injections freak me out. Maybe I can skip those scenes, but this looks great. Thank you for the link, and thank you for putting it on my radar. It comes out in 10 days and 18 hours. So, thank you so much for listening to the rambles. I hope that I can watch the movies. But those usually need to be sponsored, and I can't react to anime live anymore, so I don't know. I'll try and squeeze them in somewhere. If I had to choose one that I'm most excited for, it would be Bleach. Definitely. Oof, Bleach is gonna be fantastic. But if I had to take away the obvious answer for me, I mean, Grand Blue and all the shows that I'm watching are very different in terms of, but Hunter Kanojo and Grand Blue is just peak comedy, so they're gonna brighten up my days, and I am looking forward to them. But the Bleach, I'm looking forward to the most. Tanya, I haven't seen season 1 and the movie in so long, so I wonder how am I gonna, get back into it. a little bit. I wonder which days it's gonna come out. I think that's gonna influence whether or not I watch it 1 or 2 or I don't know. The Sparks of Tomorrow one seems like it could be, well, it definitely will be beautiful. But if I had to choose something to add that is not guaranteed yet, like Tanya, Bleach, and the comedies are guaranteed. But if I have time, I would add I don't know. Because there are things like I didn't watch Wistoria last season, and like Cherry said, Yomi no Tsugai and the Marriage Toxin. There's so much from last season that I couldn't get to. So like on one hand, I'm like, yeah, I should start new things, but on the other hand, maybe I should catch up on something. Okay, but I will think about it. It's nice to see what everyone's interested in, though. I'm gonna go through it later and maybe make like a list to see, because this is my community. I do want to react to the stuff that you're watching if possible, so that I have more things to post that you'd be interested in. Now, especially now that I'm finishing Dragon Ball content up a little bit. I'm still gonna read the manga. There's still Daima. I'm gonna play the games, but I still want there to be things that everyone enjoys. So I'm gonna make a list of what is most watched. I'm excited for the film. The ribbon one? Oh, you mean Super. The Super movies and the games. Me too. It's crazy to think about that One Piece is technically going to be on this list soon. Well, it is. I think. Isn't it? I mean, it's already seasonal now, right? So it should be on the list. I don't know. When are the movies? Well, just to give you an idea quickly, I finished Super this week, and I didn't want to start the manga the same week that I finished the anime. So I'm gonna start the manga next Saturday. There's no Super next Saturday beyond that because I'm going to be starting Ippo. So then the week after that, I'm going to be watching the first DBS movie on the 1st of July, and then the second one the week after on the 8th of July. Then it's going to be another break for Ippo, I think. I'm not 100% sure yet. My July schedule is still very, like, we'll see. But then Daima. It'll be like 4 weeks of Daima probably. But I will be reading the Super manga at least 3 weeks every Saturday. And I will take it step by step. Wait. Oh, yes. Yes, from the start. Because I want to see the differences. Like, it's very important to me to see the differences. I'm so excited. I really love Ippo, and I'm already caught up, so I can watch the reactions again. Yeah, you can watch something! It's brand new continuity. Yeah, I'm looking forward to find out for myself how different, so... And I'm curious if they're going to adapt everything again. They're starting from the very freaking beginning. It's really interesting to me. And I wonder if they're going to follow the manga more closely. And I hope that they do. I'll just say that for now. Okay, so see you guys next time.